All right, Shalom, Israel, Salakia. We had a whole technical difficulty out here, man. I'm not sure what happened or how we got clipped. We must have got clipped somehow, but it's all good. We're going to keep on going with the lesson. We must have got clipped somewhere along the lines. We got one saying for this. When issues like this happen, there's one saying that we love to say: the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. We had a whole technical difficulty out here, all right? With that being said, we're going to keep going in the lesson, all right? We're actually in 1 Kings 12 and 15, right? We're also on a lesson 4, in the Biblical Hebrew Working Textbook. If y'all know, we've been doing that for a minute. The Biblical Hebrew Working Textbook. We got clipped somehow, but it's all good now. We back in the game. This is the Biblical Hebrew Working Textbook. All right, we got the PDF downloaded. So y'all gonna be able to follow along with us on the PDF. And, follow us along in class, writing this down on the board. So we already went over the first part of the scripture that they had us do. All right, I'll read the scripture for you in Hebrew quickly, just to make sure, just so everybody can see it. All right, I'll go over it very quickly. Salakia, hold on, give me 1 second, boom. Very quickly, I'll read the Hebrew. Wala'ah Shemai Hamalak al Ha'ain Kaya Hayatha Sabah Ma'ain Yahweh Lama'ain Hakoyom Av the Barwa Ashar the Bar Yahweh Bayad Akya Hashayalnaya Al Ya Rabbi Salakia, Yara Ba'ain, Ban Nabat. All right. So that was 1 Kings 12 and 15 in the Hebrew. Here's what the English says. It says, wherefore, hold on, let me make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see it. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform the saying which the Lord spake unto Ahijah the Shilonite, unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat. So we just went through the lesson. We started going through the lesson for it. We're going to break this down. All right. We got Wala'ah, which you can see up on the board. We got Wala'ah Shemai, because the lesson, of course, is not a whole verse. So the lesson is, I'll wait for that to clear off. It'll clear off in a second. The lesson is Wala'ah Shemai Hamalak al Ha'ain, which is the beginning of the actual scripture in the Hebrew. It's the very beginning. Here it is right here, all highlighted. Wala'ah Shemai Hamalak al Ha'ain. Okay. With that being said, now let's switch back over. Hopefully y'all can see this. We got up on the board. It says Wala'ah and not Shemai, hear or listen. And no listen. And no hear. And not hear. And not listen. All right. So we got those first two. We're going to be doing the next two. The next two words. We know that in the English it says, wherefore the king hearkened not. Now, during our whole technical difficulty, I was explaining how we use and a lot. So because we have people that use the word and a ton, they replaced a lot of the ands with different old Quaker English words. Different words like Like wherefore, that's a good one. Wherefore, but, notwithstanding, things like that. All right. Because if it wasn't for them doing that, it would say and all over the place. And we did this and we did that. Because we blacks and Hispanics, and that's how we talk. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with our language. Something wrong with Esau. Okay. With that being said, let me pull this back up. All right, boom, boom, boom. So we're going to go back into the lesson. We're going to continue on with the lesson. So we are at 4, and I believe, where are we at? 4.3. So like at 4.2d. It says a negative statement is formed by putting la'ah in front of the verb. So to say a negative statement, you have to put la'ah in front of the word, because la'ah means no or not. All right. It says in front of the verb, as we have heard, as we have here. The whole phrase becomes then, and he did not listen. Why is that? Because they're saying it's a negative statement, because la'ah is in front of the verb. So to say, just like in English, if we was to say he listened, and then we was to say he did not listen. So they're saying because la'ah is at the beginning of the verb, that means it's a negative statement. Like this person did not do that. All right, that's all that it means. Don't look into much into Esau. That's him trying to break down, what we have in our language. All right. All right. So don't look too much into Esau garbage. All right. Because if you do, then you'll start to think like that bastard, and it'll be hard for you to understand our own language. When all you got to understand is that when la is in front of the word, most of the time it's saying the person, it's just saying, period, the person did not do this. Now, it could be a negative statement. It don't have to be, it's up to you. Say the person, it's really up to what's being said and how we saying it. That's what I'll say to make it better. It's up to how we saying what we saying, because it's slang. So if I said, no, I didn't buy that, that's not a negative statement. But who knows what the hell Esau means when he says it's a negative statement. We ain't even going to get into all that. He's a damn fool, and he stole our language. And that's why Don Lemon came out today. He said, the other day, and said what he said. If you want to deal with identity, you got to deal with Jesus Christ being black, man. All right? So with that being said, let's get back into the lesson. Go ahead.
Isn't he a Jewish man?
Don Lemon?
The one that be on CNN? The one that do the shows, the one with the glasses, you said?
Don Lemon, a brother. He's a brother. He's a brother. But he kissed the white man. He kissed Esau behind pretty. Don Lemon is a brother, but he kissed Esau behind. Damn good.
Is he from the Midwest?
I don't know where the hell he's from, but I never looked into it. But I know right now he earned some respect on his name when I say that. At least with me. I know he was son of kissing a person behind. He earned a little bit. To say that, come out and say that, he earned a little bit of respect from me. Like, all right, okay. Better, you know what I mean? Because you got to do something with our power. You can't be up there in the face of the world and not rep for Israel. Not, you know what I mean? Especially if you know it. You know Jesus is black. Jesus let, you know what I mean? So you have some respect on his name with that. At least for me. I don't know how everybody else feels. You know, you can't be hardcore. Hey, some brothers might be like, man, hell with that cool. But you know what I mean? At least he ain't up there. Well, he is being a good cookie on a daily basis. I guess that day he must have an attitude or something. I don't know. But he said what he had to say, and it helped Israel, all right? It helped Israel to at least open their mind. Most of Israel didn't even watch CNN, all right? Yeah. So that was a sidebar. We're going to get back to the lesson. Salaki, I meant to leave the lesson up here. So now, when it says, hold on, I'm moving a little too fast, y'all. I want to bring this back up, and I'll turn the camera to me. Actually, I'll make this big screen so y'all can see. And then if it's, oh, damn, so I put the wrong thing up here. There we go. All right, so lesson 4 and 2D. A negative statement is formed by putting la in the front of a verb, as we have here. The whole phrase then becomes, and he did not listen. But that's not what the scripture says. All right. Now we get what Esau is saying, and it makes sense. It's actually what we're saying, but we got to also go with what the scripture is saying. All right. The scripture is saying here in 2 Kings 12 and 15. Hold on. Let me take this off. Boom. And put it back up. In 2 Kings 12 and 15, it says, wherefore the king did not listen. All right. Or hearken not. Why is it saying hearken? Because that's how they spoke back in goddamn 1605 or what. I mean, you know, whenever they started actually putting this together. I think it was 1608. The 1611 Bible had started being translated in 1608. All right. So during that course of time, that's when, you know, that's when our brothers had to use Esau's old Quaker English to you know, translate the Bible. All right. So that's why we have hearken and where to and hitherto and all that garbage. All right. Shout out to everybody online. What's going on? Boom. So let's get back into it. So it says here, wherefore the king hearken not. All right. And like I said, remember the wherefore is usually because they didn't want to put and a ton of times. Just like we have right here. It says and. That Y at the beginning of a root word means and. We know that. So and not listen. But since it's old Quaker English, it's and not hearken. All right. Just so y'all can see it. Boom. So now let's keep going on with the lesson. All right, hold on. I'm trying to, I gotta bear with me with this real quick. Trying to make sure I switch the scenes as much as possible so y'all can see. Switch the screens as much as possible so y'all can stay with us. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So 4.3 says Hamalak. Hamalak. So now we're about to break down the word Hamalak, which is up here on the board. You can disregard the whole the guest forte garbage. You can disregard that. We don't even get into all that. That's their Yiddish. But right under it, it says the combination ha at the beginning of a word means the. That's something that we knew already. So it's saying ha at the beginning of a root word means the. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I'm still on this screen. Good. So now all I got to do is just move the camera. So lucky, y'all. I'm going to come over here to the board. So I'm going to make this just a tad bit smaller. Boom. So that way I can come over to the board. And we can go along with it. So ha at the beginning of a root word means the. We know that already, but the study book is also going to be also doing it in the study book. So it'll be in the textbook. So it's good to do it for the textbook. And it's also good to show that I.S.U.P.K. we have already studied on this. Like this book is on our website because this is something that we had since 1969. So Hamalak is how you pronounce this word. Ha-malak. Ha-malak. La and ka are connected, right? So ha is saying that ha at the beginning of a root word means the. The. I'm going to put how to pronounce the word down here. So we know ha. Ha malak is how you pronounce the word. Ha malak. So we have what ha means, and now we just need to know what the term malak means. Okay? So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to keep that on the board for y'all to write it down. It says malak is a noun meaning king. What is the relationship of the word to the verb? If we know anything, I'll just answer it. Tell what Esau and how he teaches. I was about to go into the whole thing of how to connect ha to the word. We ain't doing that. We know it means the goddamn king. We ain't in second grade. All right. We know that it means the king. Let's keep going down. So malak means king. They gave it to us. I'll write that up on a board. So it's saying the king. Now, I told everybody, I'm not sure if I said this while we were still jammed up with our technical difficulty, or if we were still live when I said it. But just so y'all know, right, we know that English goes from left to right. Start all the way over there, you end up over here somewhere. Hebrew goes from right to left. So we start here, and we go this way, come back, go that way. All right, so we go this way, keep going that way. Just like in English, you write, then you come down right, come down right. You know what I mean? We all know that. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'll put how you pronounce the word in English, which you'll read from left to right. Bala'ah, Shemai, Hamalah. But I'll put the order that the word means, that each thing means from right to left. So don't look at it and look at this and say, here, listen, not, and king the. That's not how it's written. I'm actually writing to you the way it's written. I'm putting the meaning up there how it's written. And not listen, or and not heard, or hear, and no hear, the king. We know that the verb goes before the noun. So the action goes before the thing that is being talked about, or the person or the subject. The action goes before the subject. So the verb to the noun, verb then noun. That verb first, noun afterwards. All right. The action word comes first, then the person that is talking about, or the thing that is talking about. So if it says, if we said the stock market crashed, it will be crashed the stock market, because the action of it goes first, and then whatever we're talking about is second. The car goes fast. You can say that in English, right? In Hebrew, it will be goes fast, the car, because the action goes first. Most of the time, that's the majority of the time. That's how we. Okay, that's how it goes. But it's certain circumstances where it'll be the way English is, where it doesn't matter that the verb isn't first. All right. So in this context, in English, and I'll show you how English is. This is and, where it says wherefore. This is they replace the and with wherefore. Let me just check. So I want to make sure y'all can see that I'm actually doing this, so we ain't wasting our time, right? All right. So I'll make me a big screen real quick, so y'all can see. All right, and if we could have brought this camera, this is a tad bit closer, that would have been perfect. It's a little bit closer. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all though. Don't blame I.S.U.P.K. It's his fault though, y'all. Don't blame I.S.U.P.K. I'm messing with you, I.S.U.P.K. All right, damn. Speaking of that, Rory, I didn't turn the camera off sideways. I don't know how I did that. Here we go. I think I got it back, I.S.U.P.K. My fault. I know you put all that hard work into getting this camera straight. So now it says, let me put now. Okay, this is what I wanted to do, and this is what I wanted to check right here. I want to put this back up the way I had it. Boom, just like this, so y'all can see. I'll go back over to this. This is what I was originally going to do. So now y'all see that it says wherefore. I keep that in the middle so y'all can see, right? It says wherefore the king hearken not. All right. So this and they made wherefore, because it said, and hearken not the king. And this happened, and that happened, and this, and that, and that. That's how we talk, right? I went here, and then I smacked the beat. And then after that, that beat called the cops. And then after that, guess what happened? And after that, this happened. And after that, I had to pay bill. After that, I couldn't get out. After this, after that, after that. That's how we talk. Then my man gave me a ride up to his crib. And guess what? Something. Then I went over there, and then I did this and that. That's how we talk. It don't even matter that we're saying and. That's just the continuation of what we actually say. But to Esau, I don't know, look, something wrong with him. He gets stuck on and so much. Like, you tell him the story, like, yo, when this happened, then the bull came through and that happened. And he like, why is he saying and so much? And they're like, Esau, he be like, oh, did you hear the story? You were about and. That's Esau. So he changed his and to wherefore. So it's saying wherefore the king, because English is backwards, English goes subject to verb. So person then action. Where Hebrew goes action then person. And not hearken. And didn't listen to the king. That's how it is in Hebrew. In English is and the king did not listen. Right? So we gotta stick with the English to break it down. So we're going back to and. It says, wherefore the king hearkened not, which is crazy. That is completely, I don't know, we had to do a whole damn jump around. You know what I mean? Like crisscross, you had to jump around just to figure out, I mean, it's to make it. Let me just break this down to you. This is the holy language, what we learn. English is literally a bastard's language. It's a bastard's damn heathen tongue. So we trying to break down God's language to the language of a heathen. No wonder we jumping around and trying to connect the dots. So wherefore the king hearkened not. All right, that's why we put hearken up here as well. Go ahead, warrior.
I was looking at and you were saying it goes fast apart in Hebrew, based on what you just said about the holy language. It's like, okay, back in that time, let's say Hebrew, goes fast apart. They out there in the field. The car going fast, and then they got time the car goes fast. Goes fast apart. But in English, wherever English is at, you know what I'm saying? In the educated classrooms, the car goes fast. They ain't out there with the car going fast, so we just out there goes fast apart. Okay, what's next? What you want?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Right. The brother gets it because we on a whole nother level. So they got us in there, the car goes fast, teaching us like we damn stupid. And we like goes fast, the car, because that's really what happened. When the car actually go fast, you hear boom. Oh, when you black, you hear boom, 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 because all the bass flying past. And then you look and it's a car. You hear it, pop, 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 and then you know that came from a gun. Shot the gun. Got shot, because you heard him get shot first. Then you realize it was a he that got shot. Or a she. Knee on neck. That we know that first. That's why we always say the knee on the neck. We real physical type of people, man. We spiritual, you know what I mean? So because we're spiritual, everything we do is like, you know what I mean, it's spiritual. So when something happened, we're not really worried about what the subject is. Because what happened is of the Lord. Esau, I seen this movie, man. He said, oh, no, don't bring God in it. Don't bring God in it. That's Esau. Esau don't want the Lord to be in none of his business, man. And that's why the hell he do what he do. That's why he act the way he act. He don't want the Lord looking down on him, seeing him have sex with them pigs, man. Because that's who the hell he is in real life. So, I'll put wherefore, remember, that's what they substituted and for. Wherefore the king hearkened not. I really should have put E and D, but hell. Wherefore the king hearkened not. Since it's 2021, wherefore the king listened not. Or wherefore the king did not listen.
Time check.
Go ahead.
18.
8:10. So wherefore they came not listen. That's what they had in Old Quaker English. Wherefore they came hearken not. All right? Because hearken would be to listen, and then the not would be what he didn't do. I don't know why they said it like that. But we know in English, and we know that in Hebrew, and not listen, the king. And the king didn't listen. All right? That's the whole point. The king didn't listen. We understand that. We get it. All right? If y'all get too hot, y'all can turn off the heat. Lock it. I mean, it's up to y'all, though. If y'all cool, I'm cool. You know what I mean? You just ask everybody if they too wild. You know what I mean? If y'all want it on. All right, so now let's get back to it, right? So let's get back to the lesson. We're going to go back into the lesson. So we got that part of it. So now let's go into the pronunciation. Now I'm going to read this to y'all. I'm going to read this pronunciation part to y'all. Let me make this big screen so we can all be on the same page. We're gonna go into this pronunciation thing real quick. All right. Because Yiddish is the changing of the pronunciation of Hebrew words. Yiddish is the little dots that are used to change Hebrew words. As you can see right up here, the little dots, that's what they use to change this garbage. Not this garbage, but that's what they use to change our language to this garbage. All right, so I'm gonna read it. We on page, I believe we're still on page 37, right? I went over here with tell us. Where we at? If y'all with us in the PDF, we are on, hold on, page 38 in the PDF, but page 16 in the actual book. So now let's go to the pronunciation. It says pronunciation, the sound of ka is quite different from that of ka, goddammit. It's ka with a damn dot in the middle. If y'all can see, I don't know if y'all can see here that clear in the class. But all right, I can actually, I'll bring it back to 150, right? In a second. I'll bring it back to 150. It said, this is what it says, y'all. Esau need to be slapped for this, man. He's a damn fool, man. It says the sound of ka, this is ka right here, is quite different from that of ka. Ain't that a damn ka? It's the same damn thing with a dot in the middle. That's what Yiddish is. Yiddish is those dots to change the pronunciation of the word. For him, it's because he write a damn period in the middle of a damn K. That don't mean nothing to us. But to him, he changes the word to Yavuki or whatever the hell he say. Yishneritz. I don't know what the hell he say. Mazel tov. All that garbage, man. That's what he uses. He uses little dots. To me, that's just a damn K with a dot in the middle. That's a ka with a dot in the middle to blacks and Hispanics and First Nations. You ain't gonna fool us with the stupid foolery, man. It ain't different. Negro, you put a damn period in the middle of it. I'm not doing this. We don't do all that. That's not Hebrew. That's Yiddish, man. What a lot of these people is learning is they actually learning Yiddish, man. Hey, Slocky, Warwick, can you grab the charger and plug this charger in for me? All right, so now let's keep going. It says of ka with the dot in the middle and is notoriously difficult for English speakers. The sound of ka with a dot in the middle is close to English K. Ooh, that's a big difference, ain't it? And ka with no dot in the middle is a harsh H, close to what we have suggested for the letter cha. No, it ain't. That's just what you say. Because ka to us is ka. And then cha right here is the one with the harsh H. We know that because this is our language, Esau, and you're not about to try to play us with our own damn language. You can play them rich white teenagers and 21-year-olds and 20-year-olds at Harvard and Yale that paid all that money to take this stupid course you got here. which is an amazing course for us because we get our language while you get to do whatever the hell you do, being the devil. It says, thus, Malak is pronounced. Now, look at this right here. I'm going to put this up. Look at this thing here, man. Somebody need to slap this guy, man. Now, listen, we ain't telling nobody to go out there and beat up Esau. We ain't doing that. But damn, he could definitely take the blame for what he's done. Let's take a look at it. He said Malak. He said, thus Malak is pronounced Meleh. Maleh. Mazel tov. It's like, come on, man. Esau, look, man. Eventually you gotta chill. It says, although the Ka with 2 dots in the middle and Malak has dots in it, they are a Shua. We ain't listening to that. Now I just wanted to break that down to y'all real quick, just to show y'all why we don't do the Gesh. We don't do the Shuas and the Hyrex and all that garbage, because it's not needed. We already know our language. The 7 heads already broke down this language, and we're just going through this book because this is one of the main books in our schools learning and teaching of biblical Hebrew. And this is a Yale University Hebrew 101 book. And this is all the hell we need to get our language back. And we just proven that the school is correct in what we teach about Hebrew. Because Esau knows it. He knows it enough to tell you that when he put 2 dots in the middle, he changed it. Ain't that what he admitted? Hold on. In the court of law, did I frame Esau? Did I say, no, Esau put dots in the middle, and that's why the language is different? Because that's how they treat us out here, man. These other little silly little groups, they treat us like we're just blaming Esau for Yiddish not being Hebrew. Christians, that's how they treat us. They treat us like we just accused Esau of changing Hebrew. No, wait, let me go back. Christians treat us like we the ones who changed it. Christians treat us like we changed the Hebrew to mean it what the hell we mean, to make it whatever we want it to mean. Because I hear that some people say we'll never learn Hebrew until Jesus Christ come back. Well, the white man damn sure knows it. And he knows the parts that he changed. He said, this is Ka, this is that, this is that, this is this. And what about King James? How did we get the Bible if nobody knows Hebrew? That's how you know that's a cut. If we ain't gonna know Hebrew until Jesus Christ return, then nigga, the Bible ain't real. That's obvious. Because how the hell did they know what they were saying? Somebody had to know Hebrew. Right. He damn sure didn't translate Latin into English. He translated Greek and Hebrew into English. Go ahead, Oscar.
If I could, that's so heavy, right? Like by itself. And then you think when he came over here and he seen the Native Americans and he was finding them stones and different things, he was telling people like, yo, this is Hebrew. And I've even seen him before say like, this is what this is. This is a prayer. This is that. And it'd be ancient Hebrew written on the rock or something. Like, our people be so wanting to like act like everything is such a secret because I guess they don't want to learn whatever it is. Because them fake Israelites be pushing, oh, we never gonna learn the language and this, that, and the third. Like, or they just trying to discredit the UPK. That's what it be singing.
Oh no, that's damn sure what it is. Cause I be damn. Listen, a cat is a cat, a rat is a rat, a dog is a damn dog. Hey, listen, what you call a possum? Some people say it's a giant rat, but then you get a giant rat and you put it next to a possum. They look the same, but one is different from the other one. So a cat is a cat, a rat is a rat. Listen, a goose and a duck, what's the difference? I don't know till you put one next to the other. Then you see the clear difference. You put us next to them, it is a clear difference between us and them. It's a clear difference in what we teach about Hebrew and what Esau says is Hebrew. But it is one thing that does connect the dots. If this was a court of law, he'd be convicted right now. Esau would be convicted right now because of these dots right here. them little dots right there, he would be convicted. Or, knowing Esau, we be locked up, but we be going home after this trial. Go ahead, Doc.
Isn't this a court of law?
This is a court of law. But the Lord, he's the judge. He's gonna get the last, he's gonna be the one to slam that gavel down. Boom! Give Esau life, the death penalty. Actually, Esau getting the death penalty from the Lord. And he damn sure deserved. And in Esau's court of law, just how he do us, we would be locked up, trying to prove our innocence. With that right here that we proving over there, from that Esau is proving out his own mouth, we get to go home. He the one that said it. Well, our testimony was, we're innocent. This is Hebrew, because in order for us to know the Hebrew today, and in order for them to teach Hebrew that they teach today, which is Yiddish, in order for them to teach that Yiddish, they have to know Hebrew. Right? And Esau knows it, so why don't we know it? And if we don't know Hebrew, then how did we get the Bible? Because it was written in Hebrew, which means people knew Hebrew, which means if we knew it then, it's obviously somebody that still knows it now. You want to know how you know that people still know it now? Because Esau didn't go into slavery. If he could speak it back then, and he never went to slavery, then I'm pretty sure he can still speak it. Especially if he stole it and he's teaching the damn thing, we get to go home free. Because they would have to prove what? Where did they get that from? If they can prove that that's their language, if they can prove that the Bible is valid, which is why there's millions of Christians out here, and we get to go home free, man. And guess who gets convicted? Esau and your favorite fake Israelite Christian church, man. They get convicted for this, man. They're trying to tell us that we are fraudulent and speaking Hebrew, and we won't ever know it until Jesus Christ returns. That's a goddamn lie, man. Let's keep going. All right. We switch this around. Boom. Oh, I keep doing this. Akim Salaki. All right. So I'm gonna make this big. Let's keep going. So now I proved my point, what I wanted to show you all about that. All right. That's the only reason I really wanted to bring that up. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So we can skip down. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see. They gave us an example of what they was talking about, but of course, what they was talking about doesn't mean anything because the Chi at the end is still a Chi with 3 dots in it. That's it. Okay. Now, what's good about it is that and he wept. That always meant and he wept. Wa means and. Ya means he. Bak. Why ya bak? Meaning wept. Bak meaning wept. And he wept. All right. And he wept. So now let's go. Let's continue on in the lesson. What time is it, Astawak? Give me a time check.
8:23.
All right, 8:23. So now let's go. We in lesson 4.4b. Well, we in lesson 4 on number 4.4b. All right. It says there is a, so like, let me see where we at on here. Make sure we Tawab. All right. Okay. I skipped down in this because it's still talking about the Yiddish, right? So now we're going to go to 4.5 to the next 2 words. I mean, well, to the well, these are 2 different words, but they connected. All right. They have a direct correlation, meaning now al is a word that means unto. It means to or unto. I'll put that on the board real quick. Al is a word that means to or unto. Not the word aisle, like walking down the aisle, but the word al, like, yo, my man Al coming through. It's easy, right? So I'll put that up on the board real quick. So al, A-H-L, means to. In Old Quaker English, it means unto. That's what I'm going to start saying. In Old Quaker English, it means this. I'm going to tell you what it means for today's time, what it actually means today, and then in Old Quaker English, what it meant. Which is why it's going to be written like, you're going to see it like this in the Bible, because that's what it meant. All right. So this word right here is Al, A-H-L. Al. Now remember, I'm doing the English this way. I'm doing it from right to left, the way we write. I'm doing the English meaning from right to left. So, Lockie, let me bring the mic closer so hopefully y'all can hear me a little bit better. I'm doing the English meaning from right to left. I'm doing the English pronunciation the regular way, left to right. This is how you pronounce it, Hamalak. Pronounce it Al, Shemai, Wala'ah. All right, that's how you pronounce it. But the actual meaning in English, I'm doing from right to left, the way the Hebrew word is. All right. So unto, or to or unto. So they gave us that. So the last word is ha'ain. Ha'ain. There you go. And that's how we say it. We know ha at the beginning of a root word means the. Matter of fact, I'm not going to skip that in the lesson. That's the point. We're doing the lesson out the book, right? They're going to teach us, right? So let's go back to the book and let's learn. Let's go back to it. Hopefully y'all got that down. What I'll do is I'll leave it like that for y'all to write down real quick. I'm gonna just do it half and half. Then you can't even see it that way. I'll leave it like this. I'll go back to it so y'all can follow along with us. So al means to, in Old Quaker English it means unto. Ha'ain means ha'ain is the next word. This is what it's going to tell us. It says, what does ha mean? It sounds like ha. We're not going to change it to what Esau said. It sounds like ha. In 4.3, but you will notice a difference between this ha and the one in 4.3. That doesn't even matter. We're going to skip down to the next few words. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. So ha before some. God damn it. That's why I crossed that out too. Gruturals in meaning, we don't even need that. This is what we need right here. Ein is a noun meaning people. So it asks us, what does ha mean? So the question is, what does ha mean? Ha means the. We already know that. Next, we need ein. Ein is a noun meaning people. Here we go. So I got the garbage Yiddish crossed out in the book. I got all that crossed out in the book. So I'm gonna leave this up here real quick. I just want to check to make sure. Boom. Okay, good. So we're gonna go down. We're gonna put what ein mean. What ha'ain means. All right. So we have al, which means to. In Old Quaker English, it means unto. This character right here is ha, which means the. Ein, it said, means people. Remember, y'all said the meanings is going to go right to left the way we do Hebrew. Just like it says the king. That's why I put the king. But how you pronounce the word is hamalak. I'm going to write that in English because I can't. If I switch that around, we all going to be confused. So hamalak, that's how you pronounce it. Al is how you pronounce the word. Ha'ain is how you pronounce the word. To the people. All right. So here's how we break it down. Here's what it means. The Hebrew word, I'll just do the pronunciation, right? This is what the phrase means. I mean, this is how you say the phrase. Wala'ah, Shemai, Hamalak, Al Ha'ain. All right. That's how you say it. Wala'ah, Shemai, Hamalak, Al Ha'ain. What we're actually saying is, and the king did not listen to the people. That's English. And now remember, this is the bastard. I gotta do the jumping around, right? And the king listened not to the people, because that's how I gotta do it. Or and the king not listen to the people. Either or is the same thing. In English, however, I mean in the Old Quaker English, however, I'm going to switch it. So now y'all can see I was now you can see what it says in the actual Bible, in the King James version and the Old Quaker English. This is what it says right here. Let's switch this over. Well, I'm gonna leave it like that because y'all writing it down, but I'm gonna just put it over here on the side piece. Boom. So in Old Quaker English, wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people. That's what it says. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people. So it's a whole bunch of jumping around to speak Esau's stupid language. Well, it's Japhet's stupid language that Esau now owns. See, he's a thief like that. He stole English, all right? Well, we had to do a bunch of jumping around. We had to change a few words in the Old Quaker English, but that's how we got it. That's how it was translated in the Bible. Now, back then, it was the English of today. So if we was doing that today, we would say, and the king did not listen to the people. And for this while right here, and the king did not listen to the people. That's what we would have said. I don't think. Would you would have said something different? I mean, maybe we would have said, and the king didn't listen to nobody. that's Negro. And that nigga didn't listen to nobody. That's us. And homeboy ain't listen to nobody. I don't know if we want to put it in hood slang. But, and the king did not listen to the people. All right, I think I jammed that all the way up. And the king did not listen to the people. That's how we pronounce. That's how we say it. How we pronounce it is Wala'ah, Shammai, Hamalak, Al Ha'ain. And the king did not listen to the people. I mean, that was a simple one. That one really wasn't too complicated. It's just that when you're dealing with Esau, everything is goddamn complicated because he's a damn fool, man. Like, you can't get Esau to be righteous for nothing. You say Jesus black, he wants you to prove it. God damn, it's in the Bible. You say that Jesus is black, he wants you to prove it. You say that we speak Hebrew, he wants us to prove it. And that's why our people is the same way. Our people the same way because we got the same mother and father. I want you to prove it. But the only thing is, we know how to be righteous. In the end, we know how to be righteous. In the end, with Esau, he doesn't know how to be righteous. He ain't a righteous cat. He ain't about to even act like it. He ain't about to front and act like he's really into doing that because he's not. All right, so they asked us to write the translation of the sentence, of the entire sentence. And the translation is, and the king did not listen to the people. In Old Quaker English, it says, wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people. Same thing. And the king didn't listen to the people. That's English. That's 2021. And the king didn't listen to the people, and the king did not listen to the people. But in Hebrew, our action word goes first. And not listen the king to the people. That's why it's written like that. And not listen the king to the people. That's how we speak. The action word goes first. Because you're going to really see him not listening. Before you get a chance to, you're going to see it. You're going to see what's happening. And he smacked the ish out of her. And he smacked. That's how we talk. And he smacked the ish out of her. And in Hebrew, it would say that. It would say, and he smacked. That would be one word. And he smacked. And then the ish would be behind it. And then it would be out of her. Or, and he beat the ish out of that other cat. That's just how it goes. That's how we talk, man. So that's how you translate the phrase. And we translated it in Old Quaker English, wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people. In today's English, and the king didn't listen to the people. In our language, the way it's actually written and spoken is, and not listen the king to the people. That's it, right? That should be simple. Now over here, it's giving us some extra grammar, right? It's giving us some extra grammar. We're gonna go ahead and go into it. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Where is it at?
Time check 8:35.
8:35. All right, no sweat. It says this is 4.6. Oh damn, I gotta switch it over for y'all. Boom. Everybody in the class. There we go. 4.6. This is what it says. It says extra grammar. You have been introduced to third person masculine singular qual effects. Garbage, right? Which is vocalized amar. The third person masculine singular pill effects looks like this, the bar. This, see, okay, now they about to, okay. This is why I always skip over this. I'm trying to figure out how I can translate this to us. The basic way to say this is Esau categorizing our slang. The qual, the pill, that's just him categorizing. You see how I first started and said, and the king said, didn't listen to the people. Then I said, and that nigga didn't listen. Then I said, and the homie didn't listen. Homie ain't listen to nobody. Like right here, say the people, but then I said nobody. And the king ain't listening to nobody. That nigga ain't listening to nobody. So it's the different ways we say the same thing. So he just categorizes our slang. And that's where you get the pill and all that garbage from. But he's saying that we use different words for the same thing we trying to say. Right here it says the people, but I said nobody. King ain't listen to nobody, even though the nobody is the people. He didn't listen to none of those people. Go ahead.
What king are you referring to?
The king that was in the scripture. It is the king that was in the scripture. All right. So with that being said, we'll keep going, right? All right. Oh, yeah, I want to read the second part. Fill in the prefix wa, that vav, that's just for the character wa. The wa conservative for the third person masculine singular in the chart below. I forget what this even is, but it's something Yiddish. That's for damn sure. It's something Yiddish. I forgot what it was that they wanted us to do right here. None of this matters. This is all stuff that I got crossed out because it doesn't matter, right? But I was going to show an example of it, and I forgot what it was. All right, so let's keep going. We're on page 18. All right, it says assignment, and they're giving us an assignment, right? This is 4.8. It says assignment. A, put each of the following verbs into columns according to the form and stem. You do not need to translate them. So they want us to put them in different columns according to the form and the stem. Garbage, man. I mean, it's garbage. This is just Esau trying to categorize our slang. I believe everybody got that down for the most part. So I'm going to make this, full screen again. It's garbage, right? It says, indeed, one of the purposes of this exercise is to show you that you do not need to know what the root means in order to analyze the verb. And Esau is correct. And Esau is correct because of the fact that once I get out, let me bring this back to the board and let me explain just a little bit on why he's correct, right? He says, and it says, indeed, one of the purposes of this exercise is to show you that you do not need to know what the root means in order to analyze the verb, right? Which is correct because once you start to actually understand what the beginning characters mean, then you'll be able to, what the beginning connectors mean, then you'll be able to analyze the verb. All right. I mean, you'll be able to analyze what it's saying. Damn, I keep doing that. I keep doing that. Akim, lock you. I'm gonna bring us back down to where we was at. Right here. All right. So we don't need to do that. I'm gonna just come to the board and show you real quick. This is what it means. If I know that this is and, I know that y at the beginning of a root word means and. I can say and. I'm not sure what this means, but I know that this says the. And this is al is a word. This is a connector, but it's a word meaning two. Right? Just like la is a word, but it's also a connector. Like how you see this dash here and then that dash there. Like these are two separate words, but this one has a dash because it's connected to this word for a reason. It's connected to the word for a reason here. So if you know la means no and al means two, and y at the beginning means and. So and no, some word you don't know. The, some other word you don't know. To, the, something. So now we're starting to get an understanding of it. And I'll just say the words that we know, and I'll leave blank the words that we don't know. And know, the, to the. And know the, to the. And know the, to the. So all you hear somebody arguing, but you can't make out what they saying. You hear and not to, and not the, to the. You like, damn, they arguing. Somebody said don't do something, or somebody didn't do something to something else. And know the, to the. That's all you know. That's all you heard. And therefore, you really pretty much just analyze what they were saying. You sort of hear what's going on. You're not sure exactly, but you hear it. And know something to something. All right? So, Lucky, y'all, I know this is like an actual class in school, which niggas hate, because I know I hate it. But in order for us to get it, we gotta, you know what I mean, we gotta learn it. So what they want us to do is analyze each one of these words. All right? Now, in order to do that, we got to know the 50 words. So at this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give us some more of the 50 words. Y'all can write them down. Y'all can have them copied, have them in your notes so we can be able to use them. All right? Because we're on the fourth lesson. I'm not sure how many words we got through. I think like 33. We still got like 20 more words left. Go ahead.
It's the Hebrew language universal.
Meaning, just give me a little bit more what you mean when you say is it universal.
On the internet, how to learn speak Hebrew. I can do that.
You can check on the internet how to speak Hebrew.
You know what I'm saying? It's a universal. So I need to learn it from here. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to have to learn it from here for sure to have the correct version of the Hebrew. Or else when you go online, I'll do this for you. Since we got technology right here, right? At our fingertips. Ain't that what they like to say? I'm going to go to Learn Hebrew and just type it in. I'm going to show you what comes up. Let me cast this to the screen so y'all can see. The brother just asked, does he have to learn the Hebrew from here or can he learn it somewhere else? Is it universal, right? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you in 1 second exactly why you would have to learn it from here. Because, all right, learn Hebrew in 25 minutes. Okay. Click on. Look, hey, this is what. Look, I got it. I'm just answering your question. The brother started laughing like he know. Hold on. He know that this was about to be some bullshit, some BS. You know what I'm saying? But just for the class, well, I'll pull this up, right? I'll pull this up. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Let me see. I can't do it this way. I'll have to turn the TV. I have to turn the camera to the TV. All right. I'm gonna give y'all the Hebrew word. So this is what we got. This is learn Hebrew in 25 minutes. This is why I said it's not universal, because you're gonna end up learning something that ain't Hebrew. You're gonna end up learning Yiddish. All right. I'm just gonna show you.
A free lifetime account at HebrewPod101.com. Welcome to HebrewPod101.com's עברית בשלוש דקות, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Hebrew. Shalom, אני יאנה, נעים מאוד. Hi, I'm Yana. It's a pleasure to meet you. In this series, we're going to learn basic Hebrew expressions. It's super easy, and it only takes 3 minutes.
So, you get where it's going at, right? She's about to teach us Yiddish. I'll play a little bit more.
In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Hebrew.
Really in Yiddish.
In Hebrew, there is no formal and informal language. You can use this introduction in both cases and keep it simple. However, in Hebrew, there is a difference between male and female language.
We know that. We understand that, right?
See how Israeli people introduce themselves in a simple way. Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד. Hi, I'm Yana. It's a pleasure.
You get it, right? You get it, right? You get what the hell they saying, right? That's not Hebrew. That's Yiddish. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to come here and learn the Hebrew. And some of these other camps out there, you know, UPK, we don't. Well, really, they Christians. You know what I mean? UPK, we the only real camp. But you know, it's a ton of people that learn that they're Israelite and they just go start teaching whatever the hell they think they know. It's a ton of people that do that. I wouldn't advise anybody to go to them at all, unless they want to go and find out what they shouldn't be doing, or you just want to go and investigate. Go ahead, it's on you. But if you're really trying to get down in this work, you're gonna end up back here. All right, you're gonna end up back here. But to learn Hebrew, nah, they teach Yiddish universally. Hebrew ain't ancient Hebrew, the real Hebrew language, that ain't taught universally. Universally. This is taught universally. We're doing a lesson in Yale, right? And they're not teaching us Hebrew. You know that, right? You know they're not teaching us Hebrew. I'm teaching you Hebrew from this. That's why I'm purposely not going. Of course, it's the Most High teaching us Hebrew, right? That taught us, that gave us back a language. But the I.S.U.P.K. Salaki, is the book up, right? It is. I.S.U.P.K. Oh, damn, let me turn this camera back around. We are teaching you Yiddish, Hebrew out this book that is teaching us Yiddish. Which is why on the front cover is all these damn dots on every word. They ain't teaching this is a Yiddish course. It says Hebrew the way she said Hebrew. Then she starts saying Amu, Diani, and all that. I don't even know what the hell she was saying. In the beginning, she said, Yishna Vishnika. I don't even know what the hell she was even talking about. Because that's not Hebrew. All right. It's 8:48. I'm about to give y'all these 10 words, right? The next 10 words. But I hope I answered your question, not Lord willing I did. You know what I mean? You let me know if I didn't. I'm gonna give y'all these words that y'all can write down and copy. Boom, boom, boom. Let me go to it and give y'all the next words that we're going to be doing. All right, but that's why you got to come here, because everybody else, they teaching you Yiddish. The only reason you even get this right here is because I'm teaching you the Hebrew that's taught in the school, which is actually real Hebrew. And Yale University even agreed that we teach real Hebrew in the school. They know they teach Yiddish. They know that that's called Yiddish. And some people call it modern Hebrew, but it's not, it's Yiddish. We teach in ancient Hebrew. We teach the actual Hebrew language. That being said, let's go ahead and let me see. All right, let me see. Let's go ahead and get these words. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pull up the camera. I'm gonna just turn the camera around. I'm gonna start writing these words on the board. Matter of fact, Yana, if you don't mind, if you could come up and erase the board. If you don't mind, I have Yana come up and erase the board. We almost got all the 50 words that we needed for lesson 1 to 8. We're on lesson 4, and we at the 34th word. So we should be at 44, and then starting at 44 for lesson 5. I just need you just to erase the board. You ain't got to write nothing. Both sharp. All right. So let me go here on the PDF while he's doing that real quick. I believe it's like 4 or something on his PDF. or it might be 380 something. Let me see. I'm gonna try about 390, 392. It'll pop up in a second. Boom, boom, boom. The water Yanaquan, it didn't pop up here. I tried to share this so that y'all can see it as well, but all right, there you go. But it really don't matter. We're gonna put it up on the board anyway. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna give us the last 10, not the last 10, these next 10 words. And then next week we'll get the last few words. Because we had to learn 50 words for the first 8 lessons. We had to learn 50 words. We had 30, we starting at 34 right now. All right. So I'm gonna write these down and y'all can go ahead and copy them. Any questions in the room? If y'all got any questions, y'all can raise your hand, let me know. Boom, boom. So the first word is Yashab. Hold on, let me get Yashab right. Yeah, Yashab. All right, I'll do this. I'll let y'all put it in ancient Hebrew, and I'm gonna put it in Assyrian. All right. So I'm gonna keep it in the Assyrian, and y'all can translate it on your own in ancient Hebrew. All right. So it'll give y'all just some exercise, a lesson, give y'all some exercise, some practice on the Hebrew. When y'all at home, I can go ahead and translate it into the English letters. You hit up my email, ISUPK@gmail.com. I can send you all the Hebrew info that you need. Yashab means sit, remain, or dwell. All right? Boom, boom, sit, remain, or dwell. All right? It's like we say Yashab, which means to be seated. Just put a yum at the end. Yashab, right? The next one is Yatzazah. Oh, damn. See, this is what I was talking about. I just started writing the ancient already. That's what happens, man. You be mixing them up because really this is our actual language. And it's natural to us because it's literally ours. But now I got to do this again. What was it? It was Yatzazah. I know you do Tazah. I keep forgetting. Oh, bang. Like this here. And then So Yatzazah, this is what Yatzazah means. It means go forth. What else does it mean? Go forth, come out, bring out, take out. Right? So go forth, come out, or bring out. All right? That's what Yatzazah means. What's the next one? Dawadah. Y'all know Dawadah is the King David's name, but I'll put it up here anyway. All right, Dawadah means David. Okay. Boom, boom. Let's get on to the next one. Let me just extend that a little bit more. Shawab, meaning turn back or return. I'm going to put Shawab over here. Shawab means to turn back. Turn back. I'll try to do it like this to fit it in there. Turn back. Then say return. To return, to bring back. All right, and these are words that we should actually be using on a daily, or at least a weekly basis, trying to remember them, right? Hana is another one that means behold. It means look, behold. Well, Hana means behold. But you can put both of those, look or behold. It means behold, and what behold means is to look. Let me bring it down just a little bit so it ain't too close to that word. So when they say behold, in Hebrew that word is hana. Or when it says I beheld, it means look or behold. Behold or look. All right. Boom, boom, where we at? And or Salaki, you can also say, no, or eyes see. But you can say, look. I would also put now. It says now on here, but I'm trying to remember the scriptures, but they usually use it like this. Like this word shawab, they use that in a negative sense most of the time to say, like, we backtrack. Like what they call it, what's the term when we go backwards? Somebody online type that in. What's the term that they use when we go backwards? When the Lord say we go back to our vomit, or what's that word that people always say, like, I backtrack, I messed up. Go ahead.
Oh, slug here.
Go ahead.
Backslide?
I backslid. That's Shawab right there. So I'm trying to get y'all the ones where, you know, the scriptures back it up. Because, of course, Esau is going to try to do his own damn thing. I believe we did Aim already, but I'll put Aim on there just because we did that in class today. All right, Aim means people. Okay, we know that already. We should. Also, Talaka, Aim means with as well. I forgot about that. Like I came with her or with him. That's Aim. Okay. Esau put beside. I wouldn't do that, but we could. We'll just have to look it up. But for right now, I'll give you all those. That's what? 6? The 6 word. Oh, damn, it's locked, y'all. Why let me put iron up there for real, man? I actually put the word iron up there, man. All right. So y'all can write those down. What time is it? 8:57. Shawab is the word that they use when they say backslide. That's shawab. All right. So yatzazah. Let me do this real quick. So I'm glad. Let me show you how to pronounce each word. I didn't put that up there. Yashab. This is yatzazah. And bring that back some. Let me Yashab real quick. Let me backtrack. Yatzazah. You got Dawadah. Dawadah. You got the word Aim right here. Hana. And Shawab. So now you know how to pronounce each word. Salakia. Hopefully I did that in other lessons too. Hopefully I put how to pronounce each word in the other lessons as well. Give y'all a second to get all that down. We got 1 minute left. No questions in the class. Type your question in online. I'm gonna type in here my the email where you can get all the Hebrew info from for the class. marahupk@gmail.com. marahupk@gmail.com. Typing it in right now for everybody to get. Young man, what's your name again, Warrior?
Dante.
Say it again.
Dante.
Say it again.
Dante.
Dante. All right, young man, Dante. Go ahead. What's your question, Doc?
I just want to know what y'all want to do so I can have a simple workout for Listen, I'm not consistent right now as far as my lifestyle, but I need more of a stable, consistent lifestyle as far as me already being anointed, and it ain't no turning back now. So if I make a mistake, I make a mistake, but I still have to keep on moving forward. Hopefully with you guys, you know what I'm saying, God's will.
Yeah, right.
And what I'm saying is, I haven't been told what to do and what not to do. So, like, I feel like it's not my fault if I make a mistake out there regarding business ventures.
You say you already been told what to do and not to do?
I said I haven't been told what to do or what not to do. So I feel like it's not my fault if I make a mistake out there or make it problems for the UPK based on that fact. You know what I'm saying? That I haven't been told what to do or how to go about doing things, knowing that you guys already pretty much know what simply on. In which I want to include the UPK in.
Well, here's the thing, right? If with that, now I personally don't know what you on, right? But if you spoke with any other counselors, any other camp leaders in the UPK, and they know, then they'll tell you whether you should be on that or not. Here's a place. Now, let me tell you this. I'm going to stay out the camera so y'all can write all that down. But we in a place, I'm going to tell you, just like General Hyman said it in class, right? We are not in a place that you come to get your dream, to make your dreams come true. That is not the truth. The brothers and sisters who we look up to in the truth, they died upside down on a cross. They spent their life in a prison cell on an island by themselves, writing letters that we read today. We ain't in a place where you had to for your dreams to come true. This ain't that place. This is not that place where you go and hit the lottery. This ain't that place. Not unless the Lord with you. He can be with you. And you know what I mean? A lot of good things happen for, man, listen, so much good stuff happens for so many people. I.S.U.P.K. Can you get the cat out? Need you to stay on point, brother. This is the place where you are going to come and die an old man in a homeless shelter with everybody hating you. But you go to camp every week. Just that place. You probably got to shut that back door, too. That's probably how she got back up. But this is that place. This is a place where you a female, you're going to die old in a homeless shelter. All your family think you a damn psycho lunatic. Nobody like you. They all talk trash about you. But you come to every UPK event. You come, you a sister that everybody love in the school. You know what I mean? I'm talking about as far as people in the world. Now, the great thing about the UPK is we don't allow our brothers and sisters to even have to live in a homeless shelter. Like, we really take care of each other in here the way Christ said to do it. But to give you an example or a metaphor, which is the same metaphor that Gentleman Hyman gave us, you want to picture yourself being an old man with a cane, need help to get down the steps of the shelter to go to your bed in that shelter, and knowing that your family ain't gonna help you, your carnal family ain't gonna help you, because they hate you. The people in the shelter hate you because they see you downtown speaking at camp or being there at a camp as an old man with a cane, and everybody hates you. This is that place that you in right here. Go ahead.
So basically, that statement weeds out the bull and brings in the authentic pureness. We can move to the next.
Move to the next what?
Move forward with the authentic, pure people.
What do you mean by authentic, pure people?
Based on what you said, it's like, I mean, I look at the UPK as being rich. And rich is rich, you know what I'm saying? So,
what does it mean to be rich?
It can mean what you want it to mean, but what I'm saying is the best.
I'm asking you what it means to you. You say you look at it being rich. Yes.
Based on what the Bible said, rich and luxurious. Now, based on what you said about that's not a place for that, and letting me know that you're the line right there. So I'm here. So now when I'm out there, now I don't know exactly what you're gonna have to do, but I know a better way of going at things now. Since you just told me that. But I'm saying that
right.
Based on what you said, I looked at it like I perceived it as you saying that's the end of the days for us in here, male and female. So it's like it's weeding out the bull and bringing in the pureness. Who you know when it end up like that?
Yeah, right. I feel you.
So if you come, then you already know what it is.
When you come, you gotta be on that type of time where like, all right, well, I'm about to die, old man, in this homeless shelter with everybody hating me. And the people that helped me down the steps hate me, but they helped me because I'm in the homeless shelter in this day slavery. But I know in the back of their mind, they just want to kick me down the rest of the steps. But they got cameras in the shelter, so they got to help this old man that they hate down these damn steps. Or this is another metaphor. You go to sleep at night homeless. You wake up in the morning, fold up your blanket, and you go to camp. That's another one. It's another UPK metaphor. You got to be ready to be that man. Like, oh, it's a beautiful day. Let me wipe my lips off. Oh, man, let me go to the library, wash my underarms. Woo! Hand wash my shirt in the sink. I'm going to let it dry out there in the sun. I'm going to put it on me and let it dry. And I'm going to camp. That's it. I wake up, fold my blanket. Oh, the birds chirping. Let me get some bread that the birds got and eat it because I don't have nothing. And go wash up in the library. Hey, Shalom, Mark. Yeah. You need me to read? All right, let's read. And we go out there and get in battles. That's what this is all about. So nothing else matters. Not saying that you can't do whatever. And here's another thing. You want to keep everything lawful. You don't know yet. If you've been anointed, that means you got anointed saying everything I do is going to be lawful. Everything I do is going to be according to the Most High. If you don't want me to do it, I'm not doing it. How do I know if you want me to do it? I'll get counsel on it. That's the place we're in. If I don't know what to do with this talent I got, well, just get counsel. Shit, should I do this? No, don't do that. That's dumb. All right, I'm not doing it. You might hear, hell, you ain't gonna do that. The hell's wrong with you? I'll be doing that today. Then you go do it. That's just where we at. We don't know what to do. But if I think I'm about to do something that's going to lead to something unlawful according to the Bible, I'm not doing it. When we get anointed standing there saying, from this point on, I'm going to live my life according to the law of God. And they pour the oil on the goddamn head. Go ahead.
Is having a percentage in the oil industry as African Americans in the past, but now we're UPK, and you hold UPK as a whole, having a percentage in the oil industry, is that unlawful?
Having a percentage in the oil industry?
Yes.
Let me ask you this.
On private property.
Okay.
In which a person that already spoke to the owner, and a person that has a percentage, and a person that's trying to protect this percentage to a certain person through the Sunni Muslims. Had this comes in with all three of them 2 days.
Okay, is it unlawful to do business? No. Is it unlawful to do illegal business? Yes.
I'm saying in the oil industry because what I'm saying is.
Listen, Rory, is it legal? Is it legal?
We know it's legal.
Then why is it unlawful?
And it's time for us to get in there, bro.
Well, maybe time for you to get in.
Meat is weed.
And that's a great thing. Because what I have is where you at. But remember you asked me, you trying to figure out where to go with it. As long as it's lawful, then I would do it. But if I'm not sure about it, even though it's lawful, I would get counsel. I would say, should I do this? Because even though it's lawful, it could be something that could harm you. Because the people who you're around or who you're trying to do this business with, they don't care about the law of God. That's why you heard of people being framed for things, because there are serpents in the grass. So what I would do is I would personally get counsel. But if you're looking for the way to go, it has to be lawful. And you got to know, I'm not about to get in this thing and think I'm going to be, Bill Gates, because I'm going to end up here in this homeless shelter or homeless, just going to camp and that's it. Nobody in my family love me. I ain't make nothing of myself in this world, so to speak. But I do go to camp to save my people. And everything I do is lawful. So once you get that basis, I will get counsel on anything else. Go ahead, Warrior. Last question.
Yes. And if I could, based on the corruption that's going on at that particular spot, I base my theology on the Bible saying, when a righteous man takes over, the people rejoice.
Yeah,
that's basically what's going to be going on when we have a certain percentage in it. You can watch what's going on. They ain't giving no money to that community. It's that left day, and more that left day, and right people coming in, building stuff and stuff like that. But things going to happen in. They're going to get kicked out their community. To a certain extent, like you got old ladies, kids don't know what's going on. Don't tell them who, son.
But all you gotta do is focus on whether or not it's something that the Lord wants you to do, is what I'm saying. And the only way to find that out is to get counsel. And here's the basis. The basis is, I got to know whatever I do from this point on is going to be lawful. The second thing is, just because it's lawful, I got to know that I can't be in this thing trying to be Bill Gates. And then let me give you the correct order. I got to make sure everything I do is lawful. Then, after that, I'll get counsel on the lawful things that I should and shouldn't do, whether it's worth it or not, right? And then the last thing, if it is worth it, I got to be prepared to know that I'm not getting in this trying to be Bill Gates or something else. I'm in this life for people to eventually probably just hate me because all I do is work can. And that's what you want to base it on. With that being said, we're going to pass this class over. It's the Lashawan Qadash. All right, the Hebrew class. We're going to pass the class over to the Holy Tongue. We're going to pass this class over to priest and officer of 50, Officer I.S.U.P.K.
Could I.S.U.P.K. security announcements? We the I.S.U.P.K. start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Hall, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Rule for you brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are all limited to 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, or in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means 10th in Hebrew, or Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Get to the treasury department. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, mandatory for self-financial delight. Upcoming holy convocations. We got the Passover. It's going to be on April 24th in Houston, Texas. Remind Akram and Aquaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, blue shirt, headband, and scarf. With that being said, in my stand.
We're going to do the Lord's Prayer, and we're going to salute out. Because once again, everything we do is according to the will of the Most High, which is why we get counsel. And we keep that mind frame, all right? Just to make it in layman's terms, that's why we have that mind frame, because everything we do is for the will of the Most High, and not our own will, which we're about to say in the prayer. You got it in the Hebrew?
So I'm looking for the paper.
Con, you know it in English?
It might be that. Is it the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah. All right, I got it because we short on time. Well, Punlock with Salaki, you got it, Warrior. Sorry, Lapam Wahakwadum.
Sorry, Lapam Wahakwadum. Sorry, speaks turn. Face the east.
Right. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Whenever we pray, we lift up our holy hands. You know what I mean? We just lift up our hands and we pray as what the Bible says. Stand up, face the east, and lift up our holy hands, all right? Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakivka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawal, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nefelanau, Lachum, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaklanau, Kabawaf Kasalak now, Kabawaf now, Wala'ah, Tabi'ah now, Banasar 1, Abo, Awashah now, Mayun, Ra, Kaya, Lakub, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wathapara, Iwalumu, Aman, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory,
Lord
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry, we turn. Brother, we're gonna give one courtesy salute.
Y'all about Shimmy Al-Shabakatham. That's on top. Okay. Oh yes, you salute the sisters. I was Shema Al-Thumba Shimmy Al-Shah.